Right now, growing pressure for the feds to crack down on Colorado's marijuana law. Former top drug officials banding together today to make sure Amendment 64 is never enacted. 7 News reporter Don Champion looking into this. And Don, the drug officials' timing is no coincidence.
And on the eve of testimony by the Attorney General before the Senate Judiciary Committee, those officials firing off this letter, including from the former head of the DEA, urging the committee members to tell Holder to stop stalling and start enforcing federal law that says pot is illegal. Coloradans are lighting up, but the stance of the federal government on our landmark marijuana vote remains foggy, but not to former DEA Chief Peter Benzinger.
The law is very clear.
He's pressuring the Department of Justice to step in on Colorado and Washington state. 5 months after the pot votes, U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder is nearing a decision on what his agency will do about them. Benzinger tells 7 News urgency is key before the laws are fully implemented.
They're stalling on implementing the law which they swore to uphold.
Art Way is with the Colorado Drug Policy Alliance and says he's getting indications the feds are preparing a hands-off approach for individual pot users, much like with medical marijuana.
The question is whether the DOJ will come out with a full-on assault against the regulatory model or, provide something in the middle ground.
Way says talk about pot needs to go national, citing the November votes. In fact, 18 states now allow medical marijuana. Way admits, though, even for supporters, the talk has to now evolve.
Well, I think the ultimate goal is to deal with the potential harms of marijuana from a public education standpoint, from a standpoint that brings up prevention and treatment, and not a standpoint of blanket prohibition.
This is something that the federal government can't just say, well, let's try an experiment.
Now, Colorado's pot vote is having a ripple effect outside of America. Leaders from Mexico, Honduras, and Costa Rica recently called for a study on the impact of it. Meantime, no firm deadline or timeline for when Holder could hand down his decision, but there's growing indication it could be just a few weeks or even a few days away. Live downtown, Don Champion, 7 News.